The weight of my betrayal. When I betrayed my husband, I convinced myself no one would ever know. I told myself it would stay hidden, a careless lapse I could bury beneath layers of lies. It wasn't love, nor was it passion. It was weakness. A foolish craving for attention I thought I'd been denied at home. That night, I told myself it meant nothing, that my marriage could remain untouched as long as I played the part of the perfect wife. But guilt has a way of slipping through the cracks. It stains your laughter, poisons your smiles, and fills every silence with unease. Even when my husband looked at me with those gentle brown eyes, I could hardly meet his gaze. Somewhere deep inside, I knew the truth would surface. And when it did, nothing between us would ever be the same. The quiet unraveling. The change didn't arrive like an explosion. There were no shouting matches, no slammed doors, no thrown plates. It came quietly, like a slow fade. He stopped holding me at night. He stopped asking about my day. The little kisses, the ones that once felt as natural as breathing, simply disappeared. At first, I told myself he was tired, worn down by work and stress. But soon, the truth revealed itself through his silence. He didn't need a confession or proof. Something in my eyes, in my voice, in the way I moved, had already told him everything. And instead of confronting me, he let the silence eat me alive. One night, when I leaned in to kiss him, he turned his head away, pretending to be absorbed in his phone. That quiet rejection hurt more than any insult or scream could have. In that moment, I knew he was no longer mine, not in any real sense. He didn't argue, accuse, or demand answers. He simply withdrew, leaving me beside a man who looked like my husband, but no longer was. He had become a ghost, a stranger wearing the same face. Love without warmth. What followed was even worse. He stopped loving me, but he didn't stop touching me. The nights that once felt tender became cold and hollow. He no longer kissed me. He no longer whispered my name. His eyes never met mine. Instead, his touch was mechanical, detached, deliberate, as if to remind me I wasn't his partner anymore, only his punishment. Each time it happened, something inside me withered. My shame grew heavier, my soul smaller. I wanted him to either forgive me or leave me, but he did neither. He kept me suspended in a half-life, no longer a wife, not quite a lover. Just a body he used to make me feel the weight of what I'd done. Desperate to mend what's broken, I tried everything to bring him back. I cooked his favorite meals, wore the dresses he used to love, spoke with the same playful tone I once had. But he barely looked at me. He ate in silence. He passed me in the hallway without a word. And when I begged him to talk, his eyes said everything his mouth wouldn't. I had destroyed the one thing that held us together: trust. And without it, love couldn't survive. Each day built another wall between us. He stopped asking where I was going, stopped caring when I stayed out late. At first, I thought it meant freedom. But then I realized it was abandonment. He no longer cared if I was near or far, alive or gone. We still shared a home, yet it felt like I had already been erased from his life. And still, he didn't leave. He stayed, but not out of love. He stayed to remind me, every single day, of what I had destroyed. The confession. Eventually, the silence became unbearable. One night, I broke down completely. Tears streamed down my face as I confessed everything. The affair, the guilt, the regret. I told him I still loved him, that it had been a mistake, that I would do anything to make it right. My heart raced as I waited for his anger, his rage, his questions. But instead, he simply looked at me with those cold, unreadable eyes and whispered, "I already knew." 3 words. That was all. No shouting, no threats, no accusations. Just calm, chilling certainty. That calmness was worse than fury. If he had screamed, I'd know he still cared. If he had cried, I'd know I still mattered. But his silence made it clear. I was already dead to him. He didn't want me back. He didn't even want an explanation. I was nothing more than a burden he chose to keep, for reasons I would never dare ask. The absence of love, of hate, of everything, that was my true punishment. The living ghost. Now, every day feels like a slow death. He lives with me, but it's as if I'm invisible. He doesn't kiss me. He doesn't hold me. He doesn't love me. And when he touches me, it isn't intimacy, it's a weapon. His silence cuts deeper than words ever could. I see it in the way he looks through me, like I'm nothing more than a ghost haunting the life we used to share. I thought losing him would mean divorce, separation, the end. But I was wrong. Losing him means living beside him every day, knowing I no longer exist in his heart. So now, I carry my sin like a curse, trapped in a marriage that died long ago. I thought cheating would give me freedom, excitement, something new. Instead, it destroyed me. He didn't leave. He didn't fight. He didn't forgive. He stayed cold, distant, and unreachable, reminding me day after day of the cost of betrayal. And as I lie awake at night, staring at the ceiling, I finally understand the cruelest truth of all. I didn't just lose my husband. I lost myself.